Good morning, dear students. So I have posted the video of introduction of microteaching skill, and I hope you have understood something about what is microteaching and what are the objectives of microteaching and the microteaching cycle. So today we will go into some of the skills which have been used in microteaching. So today first we shall see about the skill of set induction. Skill of set induction is nothing but skill of motivation. So it is the way of effectively introducing the lesson. Okay, so what is set induction means? It is the way of effectively introducing the lesson. So all the skills has some components in it, and there will be two types of components. One is desirable components and the other one is undesirable components. So desirable components means, so what are the components which are desired by the teacher? Okay, so it should be essential in the skill. So undesirable components means you have to avoid those particular components in your teaching. So there are two types of components. One is desirable and the other one is undesirable components. It will be there in all the micro-teaching skills. So the first one is undesirable component is using previous knowledge. So in set induction, you have to use the previous knowledge of the students. Means you have to connect the previous knowledge of the students to the new knowledge what you are going to teach. So that is the foremost and important aspect in skill of set induction. So whenever you are motivating your students, you have to link the previous knowledge with the present knowledge which you are going to teach to them. Okay, that is the basic thing which you have to use in this skill. Okay, so using the previous knowledge. So how you will be using the previous knowledge? So you can ask some questions regarding their previous knowledge, or you can show some pictures which they have already known. So likewise you can link the previous knowledge to the present knowledge. So that is the first and important aspect of skill of set induction. And the second one is using appropriate devices. So using appropriate devices means the methodology of your teaching, the methods of teaching, and the teaching aids which you are going to use, and also what is that? Some pictures. So you will be bringing some pictures to the classroom. So that pictures should be appropriate. You should not bring anything else. You cannot bring just like that. So whatever teaching aid or whatever thing you are writing on the blackboard or whatever thing you are speaking from your mouth, so everything should be appropriate. You should not speak something out of the topic. So whatever you are motivating, that should be linking with the topic or linking with the content which you are going to teach. So that is using appropriate devices. So these are the two desirable components which should be there in skill of set induction. And the second type is undesirable component, and the undesirable component, it should be avoided by the student teachers. So it should be avoided by the trainees. So these things should not come when you are teaching when you are practicing micro teaching skill. So the first one is lack of continuity. Continuity should be there, and you should not miss the continuity. So there should be some logical or organized pattern in your teaching. So you should not begin with Z. You should begin with A, and then you should move on to B. You should move on to C. So you should not start with Z, Y, X like that. Okay. And the second one is uttering irrelevant statement. So some of the teachers will be having the habit of uttering some whatever words come to their mouth. So such kind of habit should be avoided in the beginning itself. Okay, so these are the components of micro-teaching skill in set induction, and the first is using previous knowledge and using appropriate knowledge. So these two are desirable components, and the undesirable components which you should avoid is lack of continuity. You should not. There should be continuity in your teaching. You should not break the continuity, and uttering irrelevant statement should be avoided. Okay.